तो देखो कल के पेपर आपका 9:30 को शुरू होगा, 9:30 AM को. सो आई थिंक मोस्ट ऑफ यू हैव डिवाइज्ड योर स्ट्रैटेजी. सब लोग अपना अपना स्ट्रैटेजी लेकर रेडी हो. अभी मैं कुछ एक स्ट्रैटेजी डिस्कस करूंगा. आपका अगर पहले से कोई एग्जिस्टिंग स्ट्रैटेजी है, यू कैन स्टिक टू दैट. बट इफ यू हैव नॉट डिजाइंड एनी स्ट्रैटेजी, if you are going randomly in the examination, then let me tell you one strategy that may be helpful. So the exam will be of 3 hours, you know, and in CSIR paper physics we have 3 parts, right? Part A, part B and part C. In part A, we'll be having our general aptitude section, general aptitude. In part B, we'll be having our physics. Here, relatively basics problems will be given. And in the third part, part C, we'll be having physics with some advanced level problems. Okay. Okay, those who are not able to see it properly, you can set your quality to 720p, then it will be better. Now out of these 3 parts, a confusion is definitely will be there in the mind of the aspirant. Which part to attempt first? Part A पहले attempt करना चाहिए या पर part B या फिर part C? तो इस दुविधा को कैसे दूर करें? तो मैं एक स्ट्रैटेजी आप लोगों को देना चाहता हूँ. आप लोगों ने कुछ अगर और स्ट्रैटेजी लिया है, दैट इज ऑल्सो ओके. बट व्हाट आई वुड लाइक टू टेल, लाइक आपका जितने बजे भी एग्ज़ाम है, वेदर इट इज़ 9 और 9:30, यू कैन चेक योर एडमिट कार्ड. सो पार्ट ए जिसमें सबसे इजी क्वेश्चंस रहते हैं, तो आप सबसे पहले क्या करोगे, पार्ट ए से शुरू करोगे. दिस इज माई स्ट्रैटेजी. ओके, दिस विल हेल्प यू to tackle the examination better. पार्ट ए से आप शुरू करोगे. पार्ट ए लेट से आप एक पर्टिकुलर टाइम पे शुरू किए, जिस टाइम पे एग्जाम शुरू हुआ 9:30. उसके बाद नेक्स्ट हाफ एन आवर 30 मिनट्स यू विल गिव टू पार्ट ए. देन उसके बाद नेक्स्ट आपके पास जो 1 आवर होगा, उसमें आप स्कीम में सेकंड उसमें आप पार्ट भी करोगे. उसके बाद आपके पास जो एक्स्ट्रा लेट्स से 1 आवर 15 मिनट्स होगा, उसमें आप पार्ट सी ट्राई करोगे. इससे आपका क्या होगा, देखो पार्ट ए जब आप ट्राई कर रहे हो, पार्ट में इजी क्वेश्चंस रहते हैं. जब आप इजी क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करते हो तो आपका जो कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल है वो बढ़ जाता है, जो आपको पार्ट बी और पार्ट सी सॉल्व करने में बहुत मदद करता है. अब देखो जीआरएफ क्रैक करने के लिए कौन सा पार्ट से आप मिनिमम कितना टारगेट कर सकते हो, ये आपको ध्यान में रखना बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है. लेट्स से जो पार्ट ए हमारा, पार्ट ए में अगर आपका प्रिपरेशन अच्छा है तो 10 to 12 क्वेश्चन आप आसानी से यहाँ से कर सकते हो. सो पार्ट ए से मिनिमम 10 to 12 आप बस पार्ट ए के लिए बस आधा घंटे के ऊपर मत देना. Give only half an hour to part A. For part B, here also you will be solving 10 to 12 questions. So what you can do, before attempting the paper, you will select the easiest problems. Easiest problems you will select. Then you will choose 10 problems from part A, 10 problems from part B and 10 problems for part C. So if you can select the easiest problems from all these 3 parts, you will score enough to crack the cutoff, okay, to cross the cutoff. जैसा कि मैंने बोला, in the first 30 minutes you will be attempting part A, in the next 1 hour you will be attempting part B, and in the another next 1 hour 15 minutes, let's say, you will be attempting part C, and in that process you will be able to solve 10 questions from part A, 10 questions from part B, and 10 questions from part C, and in the remaining time you will be trying to attempt few more problems. So in that way you can attempt around 150 to 120 marks. So this is a good enough marks. If your accuracy is good, then attempting 150 to 120 marks will be enough to crack this examination. Okay, set the stream quality to 720p so that you can watch it better. ना देखो, कुछ चीजें आप लोग यहाँ पे ध्यान रख सकते हो कि हमेशा 10 क्वेश्चन ही करोगे क्या, कैसे पता चलेगा कि कट ऑफ कितना होगा, कितना मार्क्स आपको अटेंड करना चाहिए। क्वेश्चन पेपर एक बार देखने से आपको पता चल जाएगा कि क्वेश्चन की लेवल क्या है। 3 टाइप्स के लेवल हो सकता है, क्वेश्चन लेवल्स। इजी, इट कैन बी मीडियम और इट कैन बी हार्ड, ठीक है ना। अगर इजी होगा तो आपका कट ऑफ थोड़ा सा हाई जाएगा, मे बी अबव 100, 105। अगर क्वेश्चन पेपर की लेवल मीडियम है तो आपका कट ऑफ, मतलब ये जनरल जेआरएफ के लिए बोल रहा हूँ, अराउंड 95 के आसपास जाएगा। अगर हार्ड होता है तो आपका कट ऑफ वेरी कर सकता है 85 टू 95 के बीच, इस रेंज पे आपका कट ऑफ रह सकता है। तो क्वेश्चन पेपर देखने के बाद आपको अंदाजा लग जाएगा कि क्वेश्चन पेपर का लेवल क्या है, इजी है, मीडियम है या हार्ड है। डिपेंडिंग ऑन दैट यू विल अटेम्प्ट क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम पार्ट ए, पार्ट बी एंड पार्ट सी। लेट्स से you see the question paper is very easy, then you can attempt few more questions from part A, few more questions from part B, and few more questions will be solved part A. So what I want to say, this 10-10-10 strategy is for like the medium one. If you think the question paper becomes easy, you will attempt few more questions, 1-2 question more in each section. If you think the question paper is hard, then you will be able to solve, let's say, 1-2 less questions in each part. So this is how you can design. If you have not designed any strategy, you can just follow this strategy. This will be good enough to keep you in a good way. ना देखो, ऐसा नहीं है कि आप सोचोगे अगर पार्ट सी से मैं ज़्यादा क्वेश्चन अटेम्प्ट कर लूँगा तो एग्जाम क्वालिफाई हो जाएगा आसानी से। ऐसा मत सोचना कि पार्ट सी में 5 मार्क्स के क्वेश्चन है, सारे क्वेश्चन पार्ट सी से कर लो, ज़्यादातर पार्ट ए पार्ट बी को आप नेग्लेक्ट कर दिए। ऐसा अच्छा स्ट्रैटेजी नहीं है। आप यू हैव टू ट्रीट ऑल द पार्ट्स, पार्ट ए, पार्ट बी एज वेल एज पार्ट सी, यू हैव टू ट्रीट ऑल द पार्ट्स इक्वली, then only you will be able to have good scores. Now few things I would like to tell you, like some of the strategies which will help you in the process of your examination. Okay, now these tricks are some bonus tips. Let's say you have done your preparation and you know how to do it, and everything we are keeping aside. These tips, the following tips are some bonus tips. First tips, use dimension analysis. This is one of the additional tips I can say. In many of the questions you will see, like in few of the questions it will happen because examiner is clever enough to give same units. So let's say 4 options you have, A, B, C, D, and you are asked to calculate, let's say, angular momentum. And if you see the units are different, then you can use dimension analysis technique. So this is one of the way to have like to do questions without actually solving the question. Number 2, option elimination. This can be also very helpful technique, option elimination method. Let's say you are given 4 options. So what you have to do, you have to eliminate the least possible answer. So out of these 4 options, you have to think like which option cannot be the possible option. So you can cut that. Next, out of those 3 options, you have to see which option is cannot be the answer. So by looking at the question, by reading the question, you will get some hint, and from that you can also calculate. You can also have some back calculation. So in that way, you can eliminate the 3 options and you can choose the correct option. And third, maybe you can do some back calculation. Back calculation, or it is also called value putting. Maybe you are given a general question. Let's say you are given a general question and you don't know how to approach for the general question. So in that scenario, what you can do, you will see whether any known example is there, whether any known case is there. If you have any known case, then you can put the value in the original question and see which option is matching. So that may also be a good way to attempt some additional question. These are the tips which will help you to attempt some additional question. Okay. Number 4, we can solve some general intelligence question or general level question. Look, in your CSR paper, you will be seeing some questions for which the theory part is not there in the syllabus. Those will test your basic concepts. So using those basic concepts, you can solve few of the questions. And the last tips I would like to give you, tip number 5, you can use, like, if nothing is working, you can give it a try, uncertainty principle. There are a few uncertainty principle: position, momentum, okay, angular displacement or angular momentum, and other uncertainty relations of the energy time. So you can just give it a try, like if it gets solved, it will get solved. So these are like the bonus tips, you can say. So you can utilize them. Another 6th point I would like to tell you, like sometimes in some question, some expansion method may be very useful. Like you are not getting any clue how to proceed with the problem, then in that case you can use this expansion method. Expansion method can be really helpful in some of the problems. Okay, so you can keep in mind these bonus tips. And let's say the last thing I would like to tell you, last but not the least, how to utilize the rough sheet. So you will be given some rough sheet. So what you can do, you can divide the rough sheet. Let's say this is the rough sheet. So you can divide the rough sheet into this, like this 2 part. Then you will be doing the rough work in an organized way. Let's say you start with part A. So you will be writing like question number 1, question number 2, and whatever the calculation you will be doing. Question number 3, then you are doing the calculations. Question number 4, you are doing the calculation in this way. Then you will start with part B. Okay, question number 21, it will go on. Then part C you will start, and question number is a 41 up to question number 75 is there. Now why I am telling you to do this? let's say at question number 38 you are solving a question. At question number 38 you have done a long calculation, but at the end of the calculation you see your answer is not matching, you are not getting a desired result. What you gonna do? You can just look at your calculation again, and even after that if it is not solved, what you will do? You will quickly move towards the next question. You have to always keep moving in the examination. Don't waste your time in a single problem. Don't waste your time in a single problem. You have to always keep moving. A simple 3.5 marks question can give you 3.5 marks, and a very difficult 3.5 marks question can also give you 3.5 marks. So you have to always keep moving. Now if you do your rough work in this way, how it will help you? Let's say in one go sometimes the question not get solved. So you will keep on moving and you will come back later, then you can check your calculation. You don't have to do the entire calculation once again. So in this way it will save your time and it will help you. Okay, and it is not always necessary to write the question on the rough sheet. It will take extra time from you. You can see let's say the Lagrangian expression is given to you. You are copying the Lagrangian expression in your sheet. That may sometimes be very time consuming, but if you think that you may make some mistake if you don't write that complicated expression in your rough sheet, then you can write it for once and you can start the calculation. Okay, so I hope if you keep these things in mind, you will be easily able to score higher than you deserve. Okay, higher than you expected, than you deserve is not a correct sentence. So always go with a plan. Without planning, CSR is very difficult to crack. And one last tip I would like to give you: don't get nervous. Okay, don't get nervous in the examination. Sometimes it may happen that you started solving question number 1 is not solved, question number 2 is not solved, question number 3 you are not able to solve, question number 4 you are not able to solve, question number 5 you are not able to solve. In those scenarios you don't have to panic. It is very normal. It is very normal if you are not able to solve consecutive problems. This is very normal. You can just keep moving. Okay, so with these tips, let's end the session here. I am not going to take much of your time. I hope these tips and tricks has helped you in preparing this examination, and this is all for this video, guys. Thank you very much for joining this session, and we will see you guys in the next session. Unacademy is India's one of the largest teaching learning platform. You can prepare for various competitive exams like CSIR-NET, GATE, JEST, IIT, JAM, TFR, etc. Especially if you are preparing for CSIR-NET Physical Science, you can join me on Unacademy Plus. You can utilize our referral code physicshub for getting the maximum benefits while taking the subscription. One subscription will allow you to watch the live and recorded classes of all educators of all time, including me. You will get all the 9 units covered under physical science categories for CSIR-NET examination. To take the Unacademy Plus subscription today, put your feet one step ahead towards reaching a goal. Thank you.